Happening now, Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade, a look at what's behind the justice's decision. And harmful algae blooms popping up early this year on Chautauqua Lake. What health experts have to say about the threatening plants.
And we're live at the Hello Summer Festival here in downtown Jamestown as groups, clubs, and agencies come together to try to keep kids engaged in positive activities over summer vacation.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now. This is WNY News Now with live breaking news.
The Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade this morning, holding that there is no longer a federal constitutional right to an abortion. The opinion is the most consequential Supreme Court decision in decades and will transform the landscape of women's reproductive health in America going forward. Abortion rights will be determined by United States Congress. Unless Congress acts already, nearly half of the states have or will pass laws that ban abortion, while others have enacted strict measures regulating the procedure. Recently in New York, State Governor Kathy Hochul signed into law legislation that would protect people seeking and providing abortions in the state. We'll have more coverage throughout the day at WNYNewsNow.com. And thank you for joining us. I'm Bronson Rasmussen. While Justin Gould is out on assignment, we are going to have more local news coming up. But first, we're going to get a first check of our first weather segment with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. I hear it's a pretty nice weekend is coming up here, Dakota.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's a nice, whoops, I dropped my clicker. It's a Friday. It didn't bust, people. That's good. So it's a nice day out there from the OAN Skycam, and we're just going to continue on. But you can see here that we're starting to see some of those that clouds and some of that fog that we had this morning burn off. So that is the good news. But yeah, the humidity is going to be returning once again. 74 was the high yesterday. Started the day at 54, 94, and 35 are the records. So through the afternoon, a good amount of sunshine, warmer, but the humidity stays in check. 76 to 84 with a west to southwest wind. Now the humidity really increases for the weekend. Plus we have a chance for some strong storms on Sunday. We'll talk about it with that Ultimate Satellite Solution 7-day forecast later on in the show, Bronson.
All right, we'll see you then, Dakota. A 36-year-old Jamestown man will spend 8 years in prison after he was sentenced in a federal child pornography case on Thursday. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Buffalo says that Travis Sanders was first busted in November of 2017 with a laptop that contained 151 images of child pornography, including one image that depicted the sexual abuse or exploitation of an infant or toddler. During the search of the laptop and Sanders' iPhone, investigators also said that they discovered sexually explicit online contact between Sanders and various victims who were or appeared to be minors. Sanders did admit that he sometimes told victims that he was a 15-year-old boy to attain the material. An accused Jamestown drug dealer is facing federal charges connected to the alleged sale of narcotics that has resulted in serious bodily injury. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Buffalo announced that the federal grand jury indictment against 43-year-old Bradley Knapp on Thursday. Between January 2019 and June of 2022, Knapp allegedly conspired with others to sell heroin, methamphetamine, and fentanyl out of his 9th Street residence in Jamestown. Specifically, Knapp is accused of selling a controlled substance that caused serious body injury to an individual in August of 2020. A summertime musical tradition has returned to northern Chautauqua County. The City of Dunkirk's summer concert series made a comeback this month after 2 years of limited activities. While the event is usually held on the pier, Thursday's performance was moved to Memorial Park on Lakeshore Drive. The weekly concerts, which are free of charge, frequently attract hundreds of local restaurants and local residents to the Lake Erie shoreline. This, however, is only a small portion of the summer events offered by the community.
I guess one of the main reasons I want everybody to come out, we have a good mix of local talent, but we also have out-of-state talent that we come in and we have them perform. So we have a great mix of musicians that come here and look around. We have vendors, we have people, we have just great right on the lake, beautiful weather. So we welcome anybody.
The festivities will continue Thursday evening until the end of August, and all members of the public are welcome to attend. You can find the city's full summer schedule at the City of Dunkirk's website. Harmful algae blooms are appearing earlier than usual this year on Chautauqua Lake. Earlier this month, the first reported bloom was spotted in the waters at Sherman's Bay, west of the village of Lakewood. As Julia Gress reports, officials are taking notice.
Well, unfortunately, we have seen a few small localized blooms in Chautauqua Lake. They've been mostly in the southern basin area, but we have seen blooms in the Long Point Marina area, in the Bemis area.
Harmful algae blooms thrive best near shore and in stagnant waters.
We normally don't start seeing, or at least don't start hearing, regular reports of blooms until mid-July, late July, August. Unfortunately, this is just one of those things, Western New York, it's all very weather dependent. So, you get these nice, warm, sunny, calm days, and that's exactly what that blue-green algae species wants.
Though these blooms are not new to the lake, the health department encourages people and pets to stay away from the algae.
When it blooms, there is the possibility that toxins will be released. And unfortunately, there's no visual cue to tell you if a bloom is releasing toxins or is not releasing toxins.
So why are these blooms appearing earlier than normal? An increase in concrete surfaces, like local developments, as well as lakefront residents' manicured grass lawns are a possible source.
The lack of the natural wetlands that are around the lake anymore, they're not able to filter out some of those excess nutrients, or even some of the increased amount of runoff that's allowing those nutrients to run off into the lake.
If you notice a new bloom, the DEC encourages you to complete a form so they can track the algae. Residents can also contact the Chautauqua County Health Department directly. Julia Gress, WNY News Now.
Julia, thank you. After spending some time in the lake, experts say a quick rinse off with clean water can help prevent any worsening symptoms if you come in contact with the algae, especially with dogs. The first of several high school graduations kicked off last night in the Jamestown area. Faulkner Central School held their 74th annual commencement for the class of 2022 at Bill Race Field. This year's valedictorian and salutatorian, Joseph Kenzer and Hannah Cross, both graduates, walked across the stage to receive their diploma. They heard from the night's commencement speaker, Randall Shenfield, the class of 1992 grad and now New York State Trooper, reflected on his life experience, which has brought him around the world during his service in the U.S. military. One point Trooper Shenfield was sure to highlight was a connection to the halls of Faulkner High School.
Experience everything that you can, but remember, say thank you to those who built your foundation and to those that help you along the way. Don't wait 30 years to do it, because sometimes time won't let you.
On Friday night, Jamestown Public Schools, Frewsburg Central School, and Southwestern Central School are also hosting their commencement ceremonies. Well, as WNY News Now continues, a Fredonian native and Olympic gold medalist retires. Plus, the Supreme Court ruling on a major gun rights case that impacts laws in New York State. But first, we say goodbye to school and hello to summer. Justin is live at the Hello Summer Festival in downtown Jamestown. Stay with us, as WNY News Now will be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
All right, we got
On June 24th and July 22nd this year, there will be 2 fireworks shows as part of the 4 events at Russell Dietrich Jr. Park to assist those that may be sensitive to the noise from the fireworks, whether it be an individual or a child or even a pet. If you email us at ccsolution716@gmail.com, we have some headphones and a calming blanket for a pet for anybody within a 2-block radius of Dietrich Park.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
What is going on, my New York friends? My understanding is that you're in school for a little bit longer than most people, but I got some good news for you. Where are you going to be on September 10th? In Jamestown, New York, with me at 7 o'clock at the Reglena Theater, and you can get your tickets at reglena.com, REGLENNA.com. Make sure that you grab those now. It's going to be so much fun. Jamestown, New York, September 10th. Come and have fun with me.
Stay fire safe this summer. Only use grills outdoors, away from siding and deck railings. Clean grills often and remove grease or fat buildup. Make sure your gas grill lid is open before lighting. Have a 3-foot safe zone around grills and campfires. Keep kids and pets clear of the area. Dispose of coals after they cool in a metal can. Never leave grills, fire pits, and patio torches unattended. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov.
Brought to you by the CHAUTAUQUA Safety Village and the Jamestown Fire Department.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Children in Jamestown are welcoming summer vacation today with a special event aimed at keeping kids active and entertained over summer break. Our Justin Gould joins us in downtown Jamestown with more of the festivities being held today. Justin?
Yeah, thank you. Bronson, the fun atmosphere just getting underway here live at the corner of 3rd and Lafayette Street for the Hello Summer Festival in downtown Jamestown. And as you mentioned, the whole goal of this is to connect Jamestown's kids with things to do over the summer and resources for them and their families to maybe help them out. Joining us now is Patrick Smeraldo, who's the brainchild behind all of this fun. Patrick, thanks so much for having us down here today. I know we've talked at length in the past about this, but things are just getting underway. What can people expect if they choose to come out this afternoon?
I'm looking just up and down here, Justin, at the events, the vendors here. B.E. Strong's here to talk about skateboard safety, and I'm looking at the Human Service Agencies, the Resource Center, Chautauqua Hygiene, CHAUTAUQUA Center, JCLC all the way up. Audubon is here. We have Jeff just came in. He's going to do a reptile show here real soon from Nickel City Reptiles in Buffalo, New York. We have Pirates Are For You. Marty's bubblegum machine guy is over here playing his tunes already. There's some snacks. All we need are the kids.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's the last day of school today, so nothing to do but come on down. It's beautiful, gorgeous day here in Jamestown, New York.
We really lucked out with the weather for this, and that's the thing, is getting these kids engaged in something. And I know we talked about just how important that is for our community, because in many cases kids will just sit inside, play on their Nintendo Switch, but they can come out here, they can get signed up for something, they can get some maybe win a couple prizes today.
Yep, B. Strong's doing some skateboards. Every vendor, some of the conditions when they come for free, but I ask them to play a game with the kids to intermix with them a little bit, so they all have little games and prizes and things like that. We're also, we're advertising that we're going to be doing a color run here in July, and we got this big series of events going. This is our kickoff, but to be here and to be able to engage with these agencies with a little game, and then obviously pick up on some of the services they offer all the kids in Chautauqua County, it's awesome.
And I know we'll discuss that coming up a little bit later on in the program as to some of these families might need some help. You know, we're in a pretty tough financial time, and there's that information in many cases here. You know, there's no sweat on the family.
No,
you know,
zero.
If you have questions, come down, ask. It's that real calm vibe, that real chill atmosphere to get your questions answered, and you know, entertain your kids for free too, mind you.
Absolutely free. The street's closed down. It's safe. There's snacks. We got some music. We got some games going on. Every one of these agencies has something that children need. Every one of them, and their services that people don't know a lot are free a lot of times too. So this is literally true of what we do. It's just a connecting and playing traffic cop a little bit for some families that desire some services they need, and for some fun activities too that they need. Either maybe they're into skateboarding and they could put down that Nintendo and pick up with our brand new skate park here in Jamestown, New York, that's going to be launched real soon, or things like that. I mean, this could be the catalyst into years of activity. So absolutely they got to get here.
So through the afternoon, 5 o'clock? 4 o'clock.
Yep,
12 to 4 right here at the Northwest Arena here in downtown
Arena this
Jamestown.
evening. You can go to tarpskunks.com. We're going to be at the Tarp Skunks game this evening from 7 until the end of the game, and probably between 9:30 and 10 there's going to be our first fireworks show here in Jamestown, New York. Anybody with a sensitive pet or sensitive to loud noises, please email us. We'll still help you out. But there will be a fireworks show at Dietrich Park in Jamestown tonight, followed by our Jamestown Tarp Skunks game. So, a ton of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Patrick, thank you so much for coming on the program. And Bronson, we'll have more from the Hello Summer Festival in just a little bit. We'll send it back to you for now.
All right, we'll see you then, Justin. A new facility has opened in Dunkirk. Officials from Americold cut the ribbon on their newly built 181,000 square foot cold storage distribution facility this week. The $41 million project will create 60 new jobs, in addition to the 250 construction jobs created to build the facility, which will provide much needed cold storage for the food supply chain in the area. Americold offers comprehensive temperature-controlled storage and distribution networks in the States. According to the National Fire Protection Association, fireworks start nearly 20,000 fires per year and cause an average of $5 million in property damage. As we approach the 4th of July, fire officials are sharing ways to protect your loved ones and property. Acting Pennsylvania Fire Commissioner Charles McGravy said that fireworks are not toys and to always use caution. Fireworks should never be thrown or pointed at another person, and you should never try to pick up or relight fireworks that have not fully ignited. Officials say that if you're under the influence of alcohol or other substances, you should not use fireworks because it can impact your ability to react in an emergency. It's also extremely important to always remain at a safe distance from the ignition location and to fully house fireworks with water before picking them up or disposing them.
Just maintain the proper distance is the biggest thing. Don't be using these things if you're intoxicated or under some kind of substance, you know. Some type of metal container that you have water in, dump them into the water so that they're out. Keep them away from a house, or do not put them on your porch.
If you plan to use consumer grade or Class C fireworks, there are several restrictions you should be aware of before using. Officials also say it's important to check with your municipality about local ordinances, as well as in New York. Many are illegal. A Western New York Olympic gold medalist and Village of Fredonia native is retiring following a long career in professional track and field competition. In 2012, Olympic gold medalist Jen Schur announced the news on Thursday. Schur's 17-year career is regarded as one of the most accomplished in pole vault history. Just 10 months after taking up pole vaulting, she won her first national title in 2005. 17 U.S. championships later, Sure holds 3 U.S. Olympic trial titles and also broke the world record with a clearance of 5.02 meters or 16.5 feet at the USTAF Indoor Championships. To this day, the record still stands. Additionally, Sure holds 3 of the 5 highest clearances for women's indoor competition and 9 of the top 20 clearances in women outdoor competition. Just a few years ago, she was named Pole Vaulter of the Decade by the Track and Field News. For the first time since 2008, the Supreme Court of the United States ruled on major gun rights. In a ruling released today, they strike down a New York law that barred most people from carrying handguns in public. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp reports from the Supreme Court.
On a rainy Thursday morning, the Supreme Court released a major ruling on gun rights. In a 6-3 decision, the court struck down a New York law that placed strict limits on carrying guns outside the home. New York State was one of a handful of states that had limits on carrying guns in public. In this case, New York law requires that people wanting a license to carry a handgun outside their homes to show a proper cause. But in today's ruling, Justice Clarence Thomas wrote, because the state of New York issues public carry licenses only when an applicant demonstrates a special need for self-defense, we conclude that the state's licensing regime violates the Constitution. This ruling follows a series of mass shootings that ignited the debate about gun control.
I think of the parents in Uvalde. I think of families who lost a loved one.
The NRA applauded the court's decision on social media. In a press release from Wayne LaPierre, an executive vice president of the NRA, he says today's ruling is a watershed win for good men and women all across America, and this is the result of a decades-long fight the NRA has led. New York's governor says in part they're reviewing their options, including calling a special legislative session in response to this ruling. The president of the New York State Bar Association says in part, the Supreme Court has delivered an ill-conceived decision that will set us back decades and further threaten public safety, adding that research published in a 2020 Justice Quarterly found that laws allowing more citizens to carry guns in public were tied to a rise in gun violence, and the higher a state's gun ownership rate, the more likely a mass shooting is to occur.
How schizophrenic can we possibly be in our government right now? On one hand, we are working on sensible, reasonable gun reform in Congress, and then right behind me, they are expanding gun rights.
At the Supreme Court, Rachel Knapp reporting.
Coming up, our Pet of the Week segment returns with a look at our new furry friend up for adoption. But first, we return with a full look at our full weather forecast when WNY News Now returns.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
Move over.
When you see signs,
Lights. Vests.
please give us some room.
Slow down. Slow down and move over.
When you need help,
It's our job
To help you.
To save you.
despite the danger.
this danger.
This danger is real. Do your part.
Please
Slow down. Slow down. And move over.
move over.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Fast, accurate, and everyday. First Defense Weather.
Welcome back, everybody, and high pressure is your fair weather pal, as we often say. So, the valleys will likely be the warmest spot today, where the valleys will likely get close to 84 degrees today, and a lot of that is, again, due to high pressure. Obviously, when you get down into the valleys, the molecule speeds up and ultimately warms up a lot quicker, so that's why the valleys tend to be warmer, especially during the summertime. Hey, it's a nice day out there right now. 73 degrees as a noon hour, a west wind of 9, and the dew point still comfortable, 57. So at least it's not in that 60-degree range. That is when you start to feel the humidity. Tonight, as Patrick Smeraldo mentioned, the Tarp Skunks take on the Muck Dogs tonight, and there will be a fireworks display after the game. The first pitch is at 7 o'clock this evening, 78 degrees with clear skies all the way through. So it'll be a fantastic night for some baseball and some fireworks after the game as well. If you're a early riser tomorrow, take a look at the sky and see if you can spot the International Space Station. It'll be visible for 6 minutes, moving south, southwest to east, northeast across your field of view. But the bigger story is going to be on Sunday. The Storm Prediction Center has us under a low-end marginal risk, a level 1 out of 5 for at least some gusty thunderstorms through the afternoon hours. The main threats with those would be mainly gusty winds and heavy rainfall. There's our area of high pressure, but that's going to be scooting on out for the second half of the weekend. This is one of the longer range computer models showing you nothing through today. It'll be a fantastic day. Now we will see maybe a few high clouds through the afternoon hour tomorrow, but Saturday will be a gorgeous day, but it turns warmer and more humid as well. So again, it'll be more muggy, but this is by the time we go into Sunday, we'll start to see scattered pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Again, any one of them could be strong to severe. 54 to 62 tonight. Watch for the ISS by early tomorrow morning. So the next 7 days, powered by Ultimate Satellite Solutions, will keep the sunshine going into Saturday. There's our storm chance Sunday. Look at the refreshing air, Bronson, from Monday and Tuesday. But then by the time we go into Wednesday and Thursday, it turns warm again, and the humidity also comes back as well, Bronson.
Ooh, summer is here. In an effort to help animals find their forever home, WNY News Now has partnered with the Chautauqua County Humane Society in a segment called The Pet of the Week. Brian Papalea isn't here today, but he has more on this week's furry featured friend.
Hello, this is Snowball. Snowball is up for adoption here at the Chautauqua County Humane Society. Snowball is 3 years old, and Snowball would do awesome in a house with other cats because, as you can see here in the cat colony, there are other cats he's living with now. With a dog, maybe, depending on if Snowball has a place maybe to hide or to get acclimated, all that sort of thing, and depending on how your dog is with cats. With kids, you never know, but if your kid's big enough to have Snowball hang out on their shoulders and do this, I think you're going to be good. So if you go to chqhumane.org, you can fill out an adoption application, or you can stop down today and visit us from 1 to 5:30 or tomorrow 11 to 3. Don't forget, we are waiving adoption fees on dogs still. We have had 9 go out, whether it's adoption or foster to adopt, but we still have way more than we can handle here in the building. So,
Brian, thank you. To learn more about our pet this time or other residents of the shelter, contact Chautauqua County Humane Society at 716-665-2209 or visit chqhumane.org. We return now live to the Hello Summer Festival being held in downtown Jamestown. Right now, our Justin Gould is live on location, and he has a couple things ready for us, it seems.
Hey, good afternoon, Bronson. Yeah, continuing coverage here from Hello Summer, and we're with Shelley Wells from the Chautauqua County Health Department, one of the many agencies, groups that have set up today to talk to kids and family. And I know, Shelley, you have such an important thing you're trying to address here with some of the Jamestown, Chautauqua County families.
Yeah, so Chautauqua County Health Department has partnered with the Chautauqua Health Network, which is our rural health network, the Jamestown Public Market, which is at the in Jamestown on Saturdays, and they also have the mobile market, and also Cornell Cooperative Extension SNAP education program.
Right.
So we have joined together to try to help educate kids and families about healthy eating and nutrition and vegetables and fruits that they should be having in their diet every day.
And you brought some of that with you here today, actually, as Jackson's looking around at just the vast amount of things that are on display. To actually educate families about the importance of eating healthy, and in many cases that can be hard to get to for some people.
It can be hard to get to for some people, but Cornell Cooperative Extension has a lot of great programming that can even come to families depending on their situations. They have live Facebook events like this. The public market has the mobile market that goes into the different, some different areas of Jamestown where they do education. And if somebody's interested and they don't have the opportunity to get down here today, they could contact any of our agencies and we'll listen to what they need, and we'll also help them get in touch with somebody who could come and help them.
Absolutely, and maybe even spin the wheel to get some of that
Maybe
education
even
as well.
Spin the wheel to pick a color of fruits and vegetables to have for a snack here today.
And it definitely needed on a hot day like today.
Yes.
Shelley, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks
again.
for coming down.
Bronson, this Hello Summer Festival continues until 4 o'clock tonight, and then fun continues even at the Jamestown Tarp Skunks game. Full coverage at WNYNewsNow.com. But for now, reporting live in downtown Jamestown, Justin Gould, WNY News Now.
That's pretty nice to see, Justin.
Get some big money, Justin. Root for big money. No bankrupts.
I know. I should.
I don't think Justin can hear me.
I could win a free toothbrush too. It looks like maybe.
Well, that's it for
And
us
they
today.
take him down.
Well, that's it for us today. Remember, the news continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. Download it for free today in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. And we'll leave you with this live look over Chautauqua Lake. Look at those blue skies. Nice weather.